Hey guys, so I am going to be doing a book review. It's just me and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but hopefully I don't screw this up. But I'm doing a book review on Infinite Sea, which is the most highly anticipated book for me at least. I just been waiting so freaking long. So if you have not read this book, or at least the first one, you should go read it because it's phenomenal. So yeah, I just before I get into this, I met Rick Yancey. If you go on our Facebook, on our Instagram, you'll see a picture that where I met him and he signed it. He's such a great guy. So if you ever get a chance to meet him, definitely meet him. Okay, so for the non-spoiler part of this, it's gonna be pretty brief, but it's just like I said, it's the continuation of the fifth wave. They're all stuck in this hotel, grimy, gross, with rats and disease and zombies hurt, shot, and I feel like no one is safe, and I'm like, everyone's going to die because everyone's hurt and there's no medical care. And then Ringer basically goes off to find something to get help. Not that there is help. And that's kind of like most of this book is on her point of view, which I was so happy about because I kind of wanted to get a sense of who she was, like before she went to Camp Haven, and why she was just so like stone cold. And you kind of get that that brief idea of why she is the way she is. And you also get a point of view of someone else who I'm not going to talk about. Again, I love that that you got an idea of who they are. And it's not just focused on Cassie and her journey, but as well as everyone else in this book, which is there's so many characters that I'm so like attached to now, especially after this book. And at first I was upset that it was like kind of like so short, but I kind of like that it was just enough to kind of lead you on to book 3, which I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. That's going to be a whole nother thing. But I feel like it wasn't obviously as fast paced as the fifth wave was, but I wasn't upset about that. Because now, like, everything happened now. All the waves happened. Everything, in the first one, like I said, you kind of see wave 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here it's kind of just like, okay, they're stuck in this place. How are they going to get out? How are they going to survive? So it's not going to be, it's not going to be this. So, but I was fine with that. Again, towards the end is when a lot of things happen. You get a lot of questions answered. So you'll be happy about that, where, I mean, you still are left, like, kind of confused. At least I was. But I think a lot of questions will be answered. I give this book a 4.5 stars. I was going to give it 4, but after I finished this last night, I kind of was going over everything I read, and it definitely deserved a 4.5. Fifth wave is a 5, but this is definitely 4.5, so definitely pick this up. So I'm done with the non-spoiler. So goodbye. Bye. Now, spoiler. Evan is alive. That's all I have to say. At the last chapter, I was like, if he dies, and then he walks in, and she has a broken nose, and he has a broken ankle. And it's like, okay, well, I'll come to you. And I was like, oh my God. Anyways, I'm mainly going to talk about stuff that happened in the end, with Ringer, which I was just, my heart was beating throughout the whole chunk, that it was mainly her point of view when she got captured. And hey, am I going to say his name wrong? Botch. I think. Anyway, his dumbass, like, how he needs her, and they put all this chemical in her, so like, is she like part alien-ish now? I have no idea. But when she flew out when she escaped, and she killed that Carrie girl, whatever her name is. And she fucking took that thing and that was crazy. Then they went into the helicopter, and then she like jumped out and she landed in that lake. I'm like, she has to be dead. So she's not dead. So does that mean that she's kind of like alien? Whatever the hell they injected her in with, and then Razor, who in the beginning I was just like, he was so cute. And then you realize that he kind of betrayed her, but then he didn't. And then he dies, and that was the first time I think I cried in the book. Actually, no, the first time I cried was when after she falls into the lake, she says, I have to go and I have to find my friends. I was like, she's finally like humanish now. Like before she was just so like shut down. She's like, yes, I have friends and I made a promise. And she did, and she wants to go back, and I hope in the third part they come back together. I don't know. Like is Teacup okay? Like, is she I don't know. There's still so many unanswered questions. And then Evan, when he first comes and he's with Grace, I knew that was going to be Evan. I knew he wasn't going to die at first. I knew when that chapter came and then this bitch was cleaning this guy. Oh, I'm like, that is Evan. That is him. And then you find out who Grace is and their past, the Ferris wheel, and I'm like, Jesus, like, what? I don't know. Yeah, and then she came, all this shit happened. And then the part where like Cassie was like, you alien motherfucker, and she attacks her, and oh my god. It was like a quiet, there was a quiet moment, and then stuff happens. And then Sam is being a little bitch. I get it. And he was when he found out like how his dad died, and I was like, like it's not her fault. Like he said to run. Oh my god. But then when you find out about Pound Cake and why his name is Pound Cake, and how his mom always said shut up, which is why he don't talk. And then with Ringer, like her dad like always said, you're a bitch, and she left to go get him alcohol, and he died. And oh my god, it was like you kind of understood them so much more in this book, and that's what I loved. What else? There was just so much that happened. Like, oh man, I'm like drawing a blank, but it was so great. Especially Ringer's part. That was my favorite part of the whole book. Kind of seeing her like saying, okay, I'll die. Then like afterwards, I think she wanted to live, and she wanted to see them, and she wanted to fight whatever the fuck this shit was happening around her. And that part where he's like, you belong to us now. What do you mean? No. I don't know what are your predictions? Because I don't know. What are your predictions? Tell me. So yeah, it was crazy, and I really enjoyed this book. I was so hooked, like kind of like the first one, where it just like streamed through it. So that's my review. I hope it wasn't bad. I know I'm gonna blabble, but it's one of those books. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.